iOS 14. Finally, Apple gives us something worth talking about when it comes to an OS update. So I actually have some favorite features that I've discovered in iOS 14. I've been using iOS 14 since the beta came out, but I have not been using iPhones for a while. So I decided to dig into the real version of iOS, the first just released version of iOS 14, and go through just 5 of my favorite features that will probably change the way I use the iPhone forever. So, first off, number 1, we've got widgets. We have widgets. I know, it's stupid to get excited about widgets, but let's be honest. I mean, there were no widgets before. So here on my front page actually has nothing, no icons at all. And again, these stackable widgets are amazing. I just stacked everything. I just stacked it all. I stacked it all. That's just how it is. So I've got some icons over here on page 2, but these are not just icons. Watch this. Look, these are Siri suggested apps. So the more you use an app, the more Siri suggests that you use that app. So I've got my Hue app here. I've got my teleprompter app here. I've got my Twitter, my mail, my settings, my app store, my bank, OneNote. So these are all things that I use pretty frequently. So that's pretty darn cool. I am really glad that this exists. So yeah, and if you didn't notice, the way that you get to all this is you hit that and then you hit the plus button, and then it shows you all of your widgets, and you can pick, the 2 different sizes. It's nothing amazing. We've had this on Android for a long time, but in terms of iOS, it's really great. Here we have like just a Siri shortcut thing. Take a break. Text last image. So just some cool things. And then that leads us over to the Messages app, which is my next favorite thing. My next favorite thing in the Messages app, there are a couple of new things, but what I really like is that now I can pin conversations with friends that I have, or, my daughter, my wife, and my daughter, a friend, my mom. So it's just the fact that you don't have to go scrolling through this to get down to that is a really cool feature, and I'm happy that it's here. You can also tag people in messages if you have a multiple message thing to somebody, but I don't have any reason to tag anybody just yet. So the Messages app, those couple of different little changes in the Messages app is going to make a huge difference for me. But what's going to change iOS for me forever is being able to remove apps from the home screen and put them into what they call the app library. So here we have the home screen, and here you see I have a bunch of apps, and I can long press and I can remove. And then it says, do I want to delete it or do I want to move it to app library? Let's move it to app library. So you can take all of your apps that I've always had, like on multiple screens, just all over the place, and maybe nested in folders like you see I have here, all kinds of things nested in folders, which is ridiculous. The folders are totally useless. You can put all of this stuff in the app library, and then the app library is completely searchable right away. And then they categorize themselves: travel, fitness, health, entertainment, information, suggestions, blah, blah, blah. Bunch of different stuff in the app library. That's cool. It's cool to be able to go into the app library and to get rid of all of these little dealies. But it goes one step further that I'm actually really excited about. And that step is this. If you go into what Apple is now calling Jiggly Mode, which I guess is what everybody else was calling it, and so now Apple's calling it that too, you can do anything that you want with the apps. You can add the widgets, just like I said, but then you can also tap on the little button that shows you how many home screens you have. And then you can hide the home screen. So I can go like this, and I can go like this. That's all the home pages I have. Boom. So now I'm done. And look at that. I don't have any pages filled with apps. I've just got the app library. I've just got the app library and then the ones that I chose to have in my widgets and then the Siri suggested apps. That to me is just an amazing thing, because the way that I typically find apps on an Apple device is I just pull down here and I start typing, app, and it brings me to things, right? So that's the way I usually find things on the iPhone. And now I've just got everything right here. I can still do it, but I don't have to pull down. It's very nice. Very nice. This is an impressive feature. It's very much like an app drawer or something like that on Android, but it's a very impressive feature nonetheless, and I appreciate it for existing. Thank you very much, Apple. Now, the next thing that I like, and I haven't quite gotten it down yet, is what they call back tap. So tap, tap, and I've got it set to go to the app switcher. Tap, tap. There, app switcher. I'm going to have to learn how to get that going, but it takes you to the app switcher, and then you can go to, anything that you want. Here's YouTube, for example. And so you've just got all of this opportunity to get to stuff in different ways more quickly. You can double tap and triple tap, and I'll show you how to get there. You go to the settings app, then you go to accessibility. And then I found that some of the directions that I saw online were incorrect about where to go with this. You have to hit touch, then you have to scroll down, then you have to hit back tap, and you can double tap and triple tap and set different things for whatever you want. So like if I wanted to triple tap to take a screenshot, let's say, go ahead and do that. So double tap and triple tap on the back of the phone to do some stuff that maybe you just don't want to open the phone, or you don't want to do a whole bunch of gestures to get to. So that's a really great feature. And the final thing that I really appreciate about this whole iOS 14, again, Android people, just be quiet. Because this is something that's cool. We've never had picture-in-picture on iOS, and now we have picture-in-picture. And it's supported on a bunch of different apps, but not all the apps that you might want. Like I watch video on YouTube most often, and YouTube is not supported, but Twitch is supported. So you just click on somebody who's doing something on Twitch, and then slide up, and it just stays there. Look at that. And you can control it. You can go bigger. You can go back out. You can back and forth. You can get out of it, just like that. And it's going to be a very nice feature to have here on. YouTube and other things. Apple TV supports it. All the Apple related apps support it. Some others like Twitch support it. It's going to be a big deal. I'm very excited about it. I usually don't make videos about operating systems, but this version of iOS 14, has changed the way that you use an iPhone enough that I think it's worth going ahead and telling you guys what my 5 favorite features are. And those are my 5 favorite features. What are your favorite features in iOS 14, or what do you think I should have put in my favorite features? You'll let me know down in the comments below, right? Right, we'll have a boisterous discussion. Anyway, thanks so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Once again, my name is Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. This is Painfully Honest Tech. Tech, so honest it hurts. Until next time, I'm out.